Welcome back, everybody, to Having Coffee with Colada. Only this time it's his brother Joe. I wanted to talk about my brother a little bit because we couldn't have a wake or anything out here because of the COVID virus. I wanted to thank Adam and his wife Allie for putting this channel together for my brother. It meant a lot to him. They really helped him out with this. And there's one special person I want to thank, Louis Flores. Because without Louis, my brother would have had a real hard time. Louis he put up with a lot with my brother. Anybody that knew my brother knew he could be kind of tough at it certain times. But he had a heart of gold. Raising me, because I had no father, as most of you know. He was like a father. He always tried and keep me on the straight and narrow. He made sure I didn't get in trouble. And if I did, I had to face his wrath, which wasn't good. There's so many things I could tell you about him. How generous he was to me. My mother. He was generous to the whole family. Frankie's problem was, like most guys that came from our neighborhood, we were products of our environment. Everybody looked up to different guys, you know. But I want you all to know, my brother wanted to make peace with everybody that he hurt. He's very sorry. And I know God forgives him, and I hope everybody else could. And I know he's in heaven now with the rest of our family. There's so many things I'd like to say. I know I keep repeating myself, but this is new to me. He wanted to make one more trip back to Chicago. He wanted to go out and eat with me and my friends. Never happened. He got too sick. The last words he said to me, and I got him on my phone, "I love you, brother." And I told him I loved him. And I sincerely want to thank everybody for subscribing to his channel, or as my brother Frank would say, Perscribe. Then he would go like this with his thumb. He was always a joker. He always tried to be funny. And he had a lot of people that liked him through the years. A lot of people. I mean, he was known from Grand Avenue all the way down to the lake, all the way west, far out. Everybody knew him. He was a larger-than-life guy. And you're going to be missed. Thank you.
Colada, Colada, grab your favorite brew. Ask a question, he'll answer it for you. The Mafia, the Mafia, the Mafia, the Mafia. You better hit Perscribe if you know what's good for you. Drinking a cup of coffee with Frank Cullotta. He'll tell you a lot. He's Frank Cullotta.
Welcome back to Coffee with Colada. I bet you never expected to see Frank's younger brother Joey on the show. That was a surprise guest that I was telling you about, and we're going to have a lot more guests on Coffee with Colada. You're probably also wondering, who is Louis Flores? Who is this guy that he's talking about? So, hi Louis, say hi to all the prescribers.
How you guys doing? I'm Louis Flores.
That's funny, he's got the same name as me. Flowers, Flores, two different languages, right? Yeah. How coincidental is that? So how did you meet Frank Cullotta? Tell me that story, please.
I met Frank Cullotta at my cigar lounge. I had a cigar lounge in Las Vegas, Nevada on the south side of Sahara.
Oh, by the way, thanks for the cigars.
That's it. Good
Monte Cristos that you brought.
Monte Cristos.
I don't know a lot about cigars. I know how to smoke them. That's about it. But Louis he's gonna tell me more about these cigars one day. Anyway.
One day I'll tell you more.
All right. So you owned a cigar shop.
Yes, I did. And I met Mr. Colada one day when he walked into my cigar lounge. He asked me if I had Arturo Fuentes Connecticut Shade Classic cigars. And I said, yes, I did. And he was very happy about that. So I introduced him to the humidor. He went in, grabbed his smoke, and just walked away. Now, later on, he told me that when he was walking out the door, he goes, why does all these Arabs own this type of store?
These Arabs.
I'm
Did
not
he think you were Arabic?
He thought I was an Arab because I'm not an Arab. I'm Hispanic. So he started coming into the shop, and then he started coming in the shop every day. And he's a good guy. I met Mr. Colada as a man, a person, that just walked in the shop. He was a great guy. He was a big supporter of the cigar lounge, and that's who I met. I had no idea who he really was until one night a friend, my partner, came in and he saw Frank, and he said, do you know who this man is? And I told him, no, I do not know who this man is. He goes, that's Frank Cullotta, who owns a dealership here in town. A dealership? And I don't know if that's true or not, but I took it at face value.
Well, there used to be a dealership in town called the Colada Car Dealership, so that's who he thought that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frank Cullotta Motors or something.
So, okay, so he thought that was who Frank was.
Yes.
So even he didn't know that this guy was a gangster.
He did not know he was a gangster.
Okay.
Because he knew the name, but he didn't know if he was a gangster or not. So the next day, Mr. Colada walked in, and I asked him, I know who you are. And he tells me, he goes, okay, who am I? And I go, you own a dealership here in town. And he started laughing. He said, no, I don't own a dealership in town. I'm Frank Cullotta, the mobster, from the movie Casino. I'm a real gangster. I worked under Tony Spilotro, the part of the Hole in the Wall gang. And he does tours here in town. And I was completely floored about this because I'm interested in the mob genre, but never knowing that I was going to meet the man.
Right.
But I was excited. My friend was completely wrong.
Okay.
And he was surprised too. Oh, that Colada, because my partner used to work at the Dunes,
Okay, so at this point, now, how many months in are we talking that you
8
guys
months.
have been? 8 months. So you guys are already. Have you guys ever gone to lunch or sit and smoke cigars?
We sat down there. We talked about cigars. We talked about going to have dinner, lunch, and we did that. We had a good friendship at first, as friends.
Okay,
nothing else.
So now he tells you who he really is.
Yes.
Okay, and what happens now?
Oh, now I started loving it more and more. Now, I did have a poster.
You liked him more when you found out who he was. When you just thought he was just some car dealership owner, nobody. And you were like, this is a cool guy. He's a nice guy. But
then I started enjoying it more because I do like the gangster genre.
Okay.
Movies, the real thing.
Sure.
New York, Chicago,
Right. True crime stuff.
True crime stuff. Al Capone, Big Jim Colosio, Johnny Torrio, the beginnings of the outfit,
Okay, got it.
So I had a big billboard or poster, like I think I was a poster of the genre, but it was all the outfit. Frank was not in there because, it didn't dawn on me to add anybody else. But because he's a part of that, I went ahead and added him onto the poster, which I do have still.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have it. And I would like to bring it out.
You have to show it sometime.
Oh yeah, I like to show it.
Okay. So this poster you added him to as he was and you hung it in the cigar lounge.
And it was in the cigar lounge, right next to his favorite chair.
Okay. So now fast forward to where you guys are now, your relationship's evolved, and you're now his driver for his tours. You drove probably 95% of the tours that he did. So I'm sure a lot of the prescribers and viewers know who you are when they've been on the tour.
Yes.
You're also his bodyguard. You're his a confidant, and you were also
his friend.
His friend.
Yeah, his friend. I had the whole package. And I helped him through with the tours, drove for him in the tours. got all the paperwork for the tours, everything that needed to be done before and after the tour.
Okay.
You know, and then after that, you know, we went out as friends to a local bar, restaurant, you know, things of that nature.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So let's talk a little bit about this guy. His name's Art Kelly. Now, Art Kelly, which we're going to have him on, all right? And as a matter of fact, Art may be on quite a bit, but Art, he was Henry Hill's guy. He did all of Henry Hill's merchandising. And that's how he met Frank. Now, Art did, because I was talking with Art last night, and I heard Frank tell me the story about the snake at Art's house. And then I heard Art's version of the story, and that made it even funnier. Okay, because all that I heard Frank say was to me. I was at his house one day and Art was there, we were filming, and I left and I talked to Frank later and he's like, so that Art guy, he said, what'd you think of him? I said, nice guy. And Frank said, you know, that guy's got snakes in his house. Something's the matter with him. And that's all I heard of the story. So, I mean, let's hear your version.
Well, my version of the story is like you were saying, that he was filming there. Okay, they were doing some filming, they had a hard day's work, and then it was time to crash, you know, to go to sleep. And he wanted to go into the bedroom and go to sleep. He goes, oh, just to let you know that my son's pet snake is out and about in the house. We can't find it. So if you see a snake crawling around, you know, don't worry about it. It's just my son's snake. And he goes, oh, no, I'm not going to sleep in no room with a snake crawling up my leg. and I believed he left the house. He left. I think he got himself a room because he said, I'm not sleeping there. No. And Art kept on telling him, it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not. And he constantly told him, no, it's going to go up my leg and it's going to do something. And I don't want nothing to do with it. And he left. I think he left the house. He had to get a room.
Okay. So we're gonna ask Art to tell the story.
All right, let's
have Art out. Let's get the version because he was there. We just hear the second.
Yeah, that's what Frank told me.
Oh, okay. Because what Art told me is even better than that. All right. So the reason I bring Art up is because you and I and Art, hopefully Art will go as well, and maybe Michael for part of it. Okay.
Yeah.
And some of you may not know this, but Frank had a tour bus, and it wasn't like for his tours. It was an actual tour bus. Okay, it's his friend Michael's, and let's try and get Michael to come on too. Okay, maybe we're gonna interview him because I'm sure he has some cool stories about Frank.
Oh yes.
But Michael wrapped this whole tour bus, and when we say tour bus, it's for a band. He'll tell you the story, but it's got a bed in the back, a couple bunks, a shower, decked out shower, and bathroom.
It's a customized bus.
Totally.
It's for touring.
Right. It's for touring. So Frank wanted to make, as Joey said in the beginning, which we're going to have more of Joey on, but as Frank said, he wanted to take one more trip to Chicago. So that's what we're thinking of doing. We're thinking of all of us are going to jump in that tour bus, and we're going to go across the country to Chicago to take Frank on his final trip.
Yes,
okay?
final trip.
And that's what the thought is. So we're putting that together. And here's a thought I had today. And that is, what if we did this? What if we stopped on the way going across the country? We made a few stops. And this could be stops if people wanted to take some prescribers, you want to come out and take a picture of in front of the bus. Maybe they want to buy a little bit of merchandise to support us doing this. That would be kind of cool too.
No, that would be great.
Speaking of, if you want to support the channel, go get our new coffee cup. It's the Colada Crew Forever cup. That's the new one that's up there. It'll be on the merch shelf right below this video. You can check that out. So I'm thinking we could talk more, or maybe make different stops to different cities, maybe cigar shops. This is a cigar shop could sponsor the thing, and then that's advertising for the cigar shop.
No, that'd be great. We could find some cigar lounges that could, will support this channel. That's a good idea.
Isn't
I like
that great?
that. Yeah,
I think that's
a great place to stop. Yeah,
of course, man. Well, where else would Frank want to stop on his way back to Chicago? On the way he's going to stop there. And speaking of, so here's a great story. So I was over at Frank's one day, and I was sitting there and talking with him, and he points at the table, on the coffee table, and he said, "Hey," he says, "I got a couple of cigars here. You want them?" And I said to him, "Sure, man." I said, "I'll take a cigar and smoke it, right?" So guess who these 2 cigars? The next day,
I showed up asking for my cigar. Apparently, Frank decided to give my cigar to Adam. And I go like this, come on, now he's giving away my cigars.
So now I owe Louis 2 cigars.
2 cigars.
Yeah, thanks, Frank. Okay,
Thank you, Frank. The gift that keeps on giving.
We are going to be doing the virtual tour as well, so you can put the VR headset on. And we wanted to do Frank in the headset. We wanted to record him. But maybe what we'll do is when we get to Chicago, we have it up, we'll bring the VR headset, and we'll put it on his brother and let his brother sit and take the tour with his older brother, huh?
That is a great idea.
So that'd be pretty cool.
Yes,
and we'll see
be.
his reaction to doing it. That would be kind of cool.
That'd be very cool.
So before we tell another story, I wanted to let you guys know that there's a couple of guys that have a podcast, and they're called the Sunday Papers Podcast. Hey, it's a couple funny guys.
Yeah.
I think they're going to amuse us. And on their podcast number 24, I just played it for Louis when he showed up. On podcast 24, you guys want to go and listen to it. I think it's around 40 minutes in, somewhere around there. They talk about us. They read a CNN article that we were in, and they made some jokes.
He put them on YouTube.
Wait, so was a guy he was with wearing a wire? No, he had his own wire. He had his own microphone.
In fact, they had a backup device in case the first recording device didn't catch everything. They recorded it twice.
Oh, God, I hope that guy dies of COVID.
You know, it was all funny and everything until you guys said that you wished that Frank would die of COVID-19.
That's not right.
Jag-offs.
Jack off.
So if you guys want to go over there and call him a jag-off, or if you jag-offs are watching this, that wasn't funny. I don't mind the jokes about my father. You said you were sorry that the man died. But Frank was also a human being. So there you go.
And one for me, too.
All right, then. Louis, myself, if you guys want to do tours, here's some personal stories. We're still going to be doing them. We'll let you know, though, when we're going to get those started. So, because we got other things we got to work on still. We have to. We still have a couple of people that asked about some displays of Frank's personal, belongings. So we're going to put together some of that, you know, and work on that. So we have a lot of stuff that we still have to.
A lot of things that need to be planned and organized and put together.
Yeah, and especially if we're going to go cross country and we're going to do, that's going to be a lot of work to set that up.
Yes.
But if you own a business of any kind and you have a suggestion, leave it in the comments. Maybe you have a cigar shop like Louis did, and you want us to stop there. That'd be cool. We could do something like that. I think that'd be fun.
I think it'll be great. I think it'll be beneficial for a good send-off. A good send-off to a good man, a great man, in my eyes, and also Adam's.
Yeah.
He's going back home for the last time, and he's going to go completely in style.
Totally.
And I believe that he's going to enjoy it. God rest his soul. He's a good man.
Thanks for watching this video, everyone. Please be sure to visit frankcullotta.com for coffee cups and t-shirts. Also, hit the like button, share this video. Oh, and don't forget to
hit that prescribe button, that's subscribe. I found go. I hope you enjoyed yourself. God bless.